Okay, so this is your video for 8.4 homework on pages 495 and 496. We had 9 through 17 odd and 25 through 49 odd. So I'm just going to jump right in. And number 9, w plus 5 squared. And if I expand that out, it's w plus 5 times w plus 5. And we can use our same double distribution. So we get w squared plus 5w plus 5w plus 25. And then we are noticing our patterns. This is called a perfect square trinomial, which the pattern is you're going to end up with a perfect square at the beginning, a perfect square at the end, and then these middle two terms will combine, giving you double. 5 and 5 is 10. If I square root 25, I get 5, and double that, I get 10. So I'll just be pointing out those patterns as I do this homework, but also just pointing out how if you're not sure about the patterns, then you can always just expand it out and use good old-fashioned double distribution. So 3s times 3s is 9s squared. 3s times 9 is plus 27s. 3s times 9 is 27s. 9 times 9 is 81, giving us 9s squared plus, and you can use your calculator of course, but that's going to be 54s plus 81. Number 13, a minus 8 squared. So that's a minus 8 times a minus 8. So show my double distribution. So I get a squared minus 8a minus 8a plus 64. And when I combine, I get this. Number 15, 5m minus 2 squared. So expand it out. So double distribution, 5m times 5m, 25m squared. 5m times minus 2 is minus 10m. Minus 2 times 5m is minus 10m. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. So again, we're noticing these perfect squares at the beginning and end. 25m squared and a 4, and then this is always the same thing in the middle, minus 10, minus 10, minus 20m. So if you can notice patterns, these will be a great shortcut for you later on, but if you don't notice the patterns, you can still get along just fine. So in number 17, I'm going to draw this picture. We've got a shaded region, so there's a little box that's kind of a cutout, and then the rest is shaded. So basically, I'm going to write in words what I'm going to do first. And here I've got an x plus 4, and these are x minus 1. So I'm going to find the area of the big square, and I'm going to subtract out the area of the little square. So an expression for the area of the big square is side times side because it's a square. And an expression for the area of the little one is just both sides are x minus 1, so I need to subtract out that area. So now I just need to use my multiplying skills to figure out what all these are, and then I'm going to have some like terms that are going to go away. So let me do x plus 4 times x plus 4, and let me do x minus 1 times x minus 1, and then eventually I'm going to subtract this whole thing from the other side. So x plus 4 is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16, or x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then x minus 1 squared is going to be x minus 1, x times x, x squared minus 1x plus 1. So going to write it like this, x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then the big challenge here is that this minus sign is for everything inside the brackets. So I can do a minus 1 times everything, or I can just distribute the minus. So let me rewrite this. Minus x squared minus 2x, which is plus 2x, minus 1. Now I have my expression that I can combine like terms. So x squared minus x squared is 0x squared. 8x plus 2x is 10x. And then 16 minus 1 is plus 15. So that is my final answer for the area of the shaded region. Now we skip to number 25. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the 25 through 49 section, which is some different patterns. In number 25, we've got a v plus 6 and v minus 6. So these, and I wrote plus. Alright, v plus 6 and v minus 6. So these guys are going to have a different pattern. So whenever you have the same things in your binomials, but one has a plus and one has a minus, what you're going to notice is going to happen, v times negative 6 is minus 6v, plus 6 times v is plus 6v, plus 6 times minus 6 is minus 36. You're going to see that when you have that pattern, that your middle terms that normally you would combine, minus 6 and plus 6 equals 0, so they kind of drop out. Number 27, let's see if that's similar. So we're going to have a z minus 5 and a z plus 5. And z times z is z squared. Z times plus 5, plus 5z, negative 5 times z, minus 5z, negative 5 times 5, negative 25. So again, we have our like terms, they equal 0, so we end up with z squared minus 25. In number 29, we've got 10 plus y and 10 minus y. So 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times minus y is minus 10y. Plus y times 10 is plus 10y. Y times negative y is minus y squared. Our middle terms drop out, giving us 100 minus y squared. In number 31, we've got, mental math. So to do 42 times 38, okay. So the point of that one is you're noticing that that's 40 plus 2 and 40 minus 2. So if you can do any of this stuff in your head mentally, then the middle terms will drop out. So 40 times 40, well, 4 times 4 is 16, and then I add on the 2 extra zeros, so that's 1600. 40 times negative 2 is minus 80, 40 times positive 2 is plus 80, so those are going to cancel, and then plus 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So I have 1600 minus 4 is 1596. So that's how you would do that mentally. Let's see if there's another one of those we can practice. Number 33 is 63 times 57. So again, we want to look at, that's going to be 60 plus 3 and 60 minus 3. So 60 times 60 is, 6 times 6 is 36, and then I add the 2 zeros on. 60 times 3, 6 times 3 is 18, and then I add the 1 0 on. Plus 3 times 60, and so we see those are going to cancel. Plus 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. So I have 3600 minus 9, which is 3591. In number 35, I've got 303 times 297. So that's 300 plus 3 and 300 minus 3. So again, we're going to follow our process. And 300 times 300 is, well, 3 times 3 is 9, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, so that's 90,000. 300 times minus 3 is minus 900. 3 times 300 is plus 900. Cancel, cancel. Minus 3 times positive 3 is minus 9. So 9 less than this number is 89,991. Number 37, now we're going to look at a combination of the different types. So 2a plus b squared, and I'm going to expand it out. Anything squared means it's times itself one time. And now I'm going to use FOIL or double distribution. So 2a times 2a is 4a squared. 2a times b is 2ab. And b times 2a, I can also write that as 2ab. b times b is b squared. So combining in the middle, 4a squared plus 4ab plus b squared. Number 39, g minus 7h squared. And I'll expand it out, g minus 7h times g minus 7h. And then I'm going to show my double distribution. So I've got g times g, and then g times minus 7, and minus 7h. Minus 7h times g is another minus 7gh. So I just list my variables alphabetically. And then minus 7h times minus 7h is plus 49h squared. So let me rewrite this. That's g squared, and then minus 7gh minus 7gh. Negative 7 minus 7 is negative 14 plus 49h squared. And so remember, this 49, the square root is 7. If I double it, I get 14, and that's my middle term. So last one, number 41, 8r minus 5s squared. So I'll expand it out, 8r minus 5s, 8r minus 5s, and show my distribution. So 8r times 8r is 64r squared. 8r times minus 5s is minus 40rs. Minus 5s times 8r is minus 40rs. Minus 5s times minus 5s is plus 25s squared. So again, I just need to combine these middle terms, 64r squared minus 80rs plus 25s squared. And that's it. Thanks for watching.